Yeah. If you have something to say, story of Jonah. I'll give you a 1 minute summary of the story of Jonah. Okay, so Jonah's just minding his own business. God comes along, says, you know that city Nineveh? Yeah. Well, those people have deviated from the straight and narrow, and I'm not very happy, and I'm going to wipe them out. But I'd like you to go there and tell them what they're doing wrong, and let them know that they're in danger. And Jonah thinks, there's no bloody way I'm going to a city of 120,000 people to tell them that they're wrong. No. So he hops on a boat and goes the hell the other direction. Well, then the waves rise and the winds blow and the ship is threatened, right?
Yeah.
Which means that if you don't say what you're called upon to say, then the ship is threatened. Well, the sailors think, well, there's someone on board who's on outs with God, because that's why the storms are rising. So they go talk to everybody on board. You got a problem with God? And Jonah says, well, as a matter of fact, I've disobeyed a direct order. And the sailors say, well, we got to throw you overboard because otherwise we're all going to die. Right. So that means if you hold your tongue when you're called upon to speak, then everyone dies. And so off they throw him. Right now he's drowning, and you think, well, that's pretty bad. He's drowning, and then that's not so bad, because the next thing that happens is a horrible creature from the darkest part of the abyss comes up and swallows him and takes him down to the bottom. And so what that means is that if you hold your tongue when you're called upon to speak, not only do you put the ship at risk and then likely drown, but then something will happen to you that will make you wish you drown, right? So Jonah's now in hell, right? Which is where you go when you hold your tongue, when you have something to say. And he's there for 3 days in hell, and then he repents. The whale spits him up on shore. Then he goes to Nineveh and says, I know what I'm talking about. You guys, you've gone somewhere dark. You better get your act together. They put on sackcloth and ashes and repent, and God decides not to destroy them. And that isn't precisely where the story ends, but that's where that part ends. It's hold your tongue at your peril. And I knew that because people have talked to me. Maybe they've said the same thing to you. They said, well, thank you for your bravery. And I think, it's not bravery. I know what to be afraid of. And I'm nowhere near afraid of the people who would want to compel my language as I am afraid of the consequences of not saying what I have to say.
Yeah.
Right?